All right, so this big, beautiful cake freezer. They have a monitoring system because the corporate Dairy Queen has its own. Oh yeah, boy, she's ice baby in there. They said overnight it went off that the temperatures were way problematic. And then a few times this morning, there's water everywhere on the floor. So that makes me think we've definitely got a freezing up problem. Let's see. All right, so the water that we've got here is coming from a very frozen up suction line. We do have water in the pan. And I can feel the heaters on and they're trying to burn it up. So it is defrosting, at least in some capacity. It's a remote condensing unit on this guy, right? So she is cooling. Fans are on. I wonder why it iced up in there. So let me show you what I can show you. It's tough to see. So I just kicked it into a defrost. Based on my available visible data, I can see the coils are pretty clear on the front side, but they're blocked on the upper back side. It could be a refrigerant issue. I mean, it looks like your heaters are working, and it should be one. You should have pan heaters in here, and then one set of heaters in the coil. So it's not like half the coil is going to heat and not the other. Okay, I mentioned this in a different video. This cake freezer has no disconnect, so it's just wired in. Down here, I can't turn it off from up here, so that has to change. We have to put in a disconnect because I'm not going to work on this without the ability to turn it on and off safely. I've got the downstairs unit in a defrost, and again, it may come on at any time, but look through those coils. Right? You really can't see, especially down here. You got nothing, your coils are crap. Now, that really, I mean, that could lead to this thing cycling on and off. It's possible. But with the suction line being frozen downstairs, that's not what I feel like is happening. Just taking it all in to figure out the plan of attack here. I see a defrost clock up here, but I imagine it's not wired in because this uses the controller. Yeah, this uses a controller for a defrost down there. That contactor is beyond spent. We're gonna have to drop that evaporator section to see what we see. Well, I thought I could see fins behind it. I can over there. Alright, so why do we have half of the coil defrosting and half not? It looks like because the heater isn't hanging up where it's supposed to anymore. Boo. Let's see. I've unplugged it. Unplugged it so we're off. Well, no, I couldn't unplug it. It's off at the breaker. It looks like we've got one heater. That's it. Your only heater is right here at the bottom of the coil. And it's definitely heating. It's hot. But we are not melting any of this goodness. Oh, we are. We're melting the inner section of the coil. Why all this buildup? Right? So we are defrosting where the heaters are, but not anywhere that they're not. Suction line's totally jacked. Working, so I know that's not an issue. I would definitely think lack of airflow. I'll have to see. Wow. All right, I've emptied the unit. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna unhook the control contactor so it can't run. Normally I'd say I'll just kill the breaker up top, but that's not how this one's wired. So I'm gonna unhook the control contactor so she can't start to run. And then I'm gonna put this back up and I'm gonna fire up the unit. And then we're gonna wedge a door open. It's like 75 degrees in this dining room. And we're gonna just blow room temperature air through here and melt all this ice. It may be that we're just a little low on gas. It may be nothing. It may be that this built up environmentally from them keeping this door open. And it's just never going to reclaim because no heaters. But odd that it clears there. So can't do anything till the ice is gone. This is gonna present a slightly operational problem because the fans aren't gonna wanna come on unless the coil's a certain temperature. I could kill the condenser here, but yeah, this is gonna be a real headache. So the condenser just kicked on up top, which is fine. I could kill it here, but I don't want to kill it until I get fans. The fans are only going to want to run when the coil is below freezing. We'll see how long I can keep them running when it starts. Okay, I was monkeying with the settings and the scheduling, so I've got this off, trying to change it. And do you ever have this problem with Dixels? I do, where all the options aren't there, right? I'm set up proper, and what I need is FS, okay? So this is whether the fan's controlled, yes or no by the compressor, blah, blah, blah. That's the delay after a defrost. And then FS is the fan's shut-off temperature, and it's not here. So I went through everything trying to find it, and I was monkeying with it, the heck with it. So here's what I did. Here's a 16-degree cup of ice cream. I stuck the evaporator probe in it, fans are spinning. Now we're running an air defrost because my box is, well, this will shut off in a minute. Because my box is 35 degrees. Just need the fans running so get all this ice melted down the drain. I'll change the ice cream cup if I need to. Find a way, man. Find a way. Just doing this. I'm gonna go clean the coils on the roof. Phone, so I just took some screenshot or some photos, but look. Also, check this out. I was like, what did they get on here? Milk? But no, it's paint. This is like the roofing seal. They got it all over the coil. Rascals, man. But now we're much more better. This thing was just rotten coming out of it. Rotten. So let's look through now. Now we're through and through. So I'm not going to pull the fan motors. There's a lot of other things that need to happen here. I'm not going to pull the fan motors and do like some massive overhaul until we get this unit running, pulled back down, and we're good to go. Yeah, see. But I am de-icing the inside right now. I'm going to keep breaking this up. Still going strong. Still got our ice cream driving the fans. We're 46 degrees inside. I just put a solenoid magnet right there to keep it holding the door open a little bit. I don't want it to close. I want it to keep getting warmer and warmer. And you can see we are doing. We're dripping like crazy and vaporizing off. It's gonna take some time. Straight up, it's gonna take some time. Alright, the longer we run, the faster we're flowing. Look at that. Now we're overflowing the pan, so I'm going to go get another patch pan to put that in. No sense in just endlessly mopping to show you where we're at. So where the fan is going it's almost cut through. Once that cuts through, we'll start moving a lot more air and a lot more water. We're already cranking the water. I just wanted to see if I was at a point I could pull any of this off. Right, we're not gonna pry anything. How long do you think it took to build up an ice block this big on the coil? This didn't happen overnight, man. This has been months. Right, so the ice is 100% gone. 100% clear. We cleared all of it front. All right, we've got the water mostly drained. We're dripping out the last little bit and mopping up. I've got the electrical panel shut down. We're gonna turn the condenser back on. I'm gonna go hit the breaker. We're gonna fire it up, let it start cooling down. Okay, among the details to discuss. So the condenser just kicked on. I heard that pull in. I did put the evaporator probe back in the evaporator. You can hear it hissing as now the temperature of the coil drops. And once the coil temperature gets low enough, that'll start the fans. And once the fans are running, I'm going to the roof to check out the actual running mechanics of it. Well, she's looking much happier now. Clear sight glass. Oh yeah, look at that coil. Now you can see right through it. Yeah, so I don't think you've got any other issue other than an environmental one. They keep sucking in human air into that evaporator. All right, we're down to 34. Beautiful. Pressures were good. Okay, no, I mean, I didn't put gauges on. Discharge temperature line feels good on the roof. Suction lines feels good on the roof. And the suction line feels good considering the box is still under a heavy load. So they have their little fancy, somewhere in there, sensor. There it is. Got their little fancy broadcast sensors. They're going to monitor it. I'm going to get off the clock since I've been here for like 4 hours dealing with this. All right, so thanks for playing.